Hi dudes, today we are going to be watching the 5.6 special live stream for Genshin Impact version 5.6, and of course we know that the characters coming for this one is escoffier and Aoife. I know I probably mispronounced it escoffier, but I don't care. I like saying it like that. I think it's fun. But we do also know from the dev notes that we're getting a treasure compass update. We're getting some updates in regards to the regional specialties and a bunch of other stuff that seems to be really, really good. So I did think that the dev notes were positive. So there is a chance that this could be a very, very good patch, even though I'm looking at it and it's filler to me. But sometimes filler can be good, and that's what I'm hoping for in this one. So if you like the content, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button down below and hit that notification bell to be notified of when the next Genshin Impact video comes out. And don't forget to also check out GamerSupps. Use code TYSTRA for 10% off. Guys, we are trying to get the Cup of Destiny, and I need all of you to click the link down below. Use code TYSTRA at checkout and buy as much of the product as you can. Trust me, that stuff is gluten-free, keto-friendly energy, good for the soul. If you need a couple of, you know, recommendations, you get the Bao Berry, because that's Bao's my girl. I love her. You could get the Pestilence Antidote, great lime flavor, very, very good. And of course, they also have the waifu cups. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and pause the recording right here because we're about to jump into the actual live stream in about a second. See, I told you all it was only going to be a second. Let's see what this is all about. We are returning to Mondstadt. It's our favorite bard until a certain bard comes out in Wuthering Waves. Oh, my BRB. Shit, my BRB is still on. That was a potty break. What I just noticed is that this is all in Japanese. Whoa. Holy crap, that could be... Well, I have to look into it. Wait, does she have a tail? Wait, she has a tail! I just noticed that. Wait, is she a rat girl? I will laugh if she's a rat girl and it's like a Ratatouille thing. I do like the fact that Aoife's got a gun. I think that's pretty dope. Dude, people were losing their minds about Aoife. I don't see it. I think Aoife's just kind of whatever. That's just me. There's Kanich. New Valette and Risley as well? This just got a little serious. You know the codes? Codes haven't come out yet. We're going back in here, which is pretty crazy to think about. New boss. I'm guessing this is just a regular boss, though. Albedo! Wait, is that the evil Albedo, though? Oh, it's the evil Albedo. Oh, snap. This stuff just got serious, bro. Dragon Spine? The brothers reunite? Oh, wow. Wait, who is that? Who was that? Who was that? Who the hell was that? Alice! I don't think that was Alice, though, but we get to see a little bit of Alice, I think. Or... Oh, snap. Okay, Alice in Wonderland type stuff. Those are, okay, that's a dope boss. The boy was Dahlia? Who is Dahlia? Is that going to be the new weekly boss? I'm guessing right there. Was that? I think that's Varka. I think that was Varka. Okay. Okay. All right. And don't worry, I'm going to be posting the code in the chat. G1 paralogism. Okay. Overall, the trailer looks good. Lots of stuff that I didn't think was gonna be happening. Looks like we're gonna get an introduction to a bunch of new characters. Yeah, I mean, it looks good story-wise. Not the first part. Honestly, I could care less about the the food competition and all that, but I need to confirm if this girl here is like a rat girl. So no cake. There's cake. There's cake, guys. There's cake. But I don't know because the dress is too long. There's 3 codes, right? Normally there's 3 codes in each of the live streams, so. I am kind of concerned as to why the trailer was in Japanese.
Everyone. Welcome to the Genshin Impact version 5.6 special program. I'm Jane Jackson, the voice of Veressa, and I have 2 awesome co-hosts with me today. Why don't you introduce yourselves?
What up, my dudes? My name is Johnny LaQuasto,
What up, my
and
dude?
I'm the voice of Aoife.
Yeah, no problem, no problem.
Hey, your turn.
Hello everyone, my name is Emily Cass and I voice Escoffier. I'm so excited to be
Escoffier,
here.
okay.
And I am so excited to be hosting alongside you 2 today.
By the way,
Escoffier, I'll
I have
try to
say,
remember that.
The way your chibi's tail moves around is so cool.
Oh, actually, it's not a tail. It's a self-adapting movement signal tracking
Okay.
support mech.
So it's not a tail.
It's a piece of tech, basically. It
Okay.
helps Escoffier in the kitchen and in combat.
Okay, cool.
It's one of her essential
Cool.
utensils.
But it looks so much like a tail.
Could you set the volume
Yeah,
a bit
lot of people
higher?
think that.
I
Considering how it
can a
looks,
little bit,
people even
but
call
not too much.
Escoffier a demon
That's about as
chef.
high as I'm gonna go because it's gonna be
Okay,
overpowered.
That seems a little extreme.
Yeah, I'd say so too, but honestly, I don't know much about Escoffier. Can you tell us more about her, Emily?
Absolutely. Let's take a look at her profile.
All right.
Escoffier used to be the head chef at the Hotel de Bourg.
Oh, cool.
Oh,
The
Fiorina
hotel is
talks
famous
about
for
her.
the extremely popular and exclusive Gâteau de Bourg.
Wow, exclusive?
Yeah, only a limited amount of slices are available per day.
Oh, she's the
Escoffier
one
is a
that makes
master
those
of precision
cakes.
gastronomy,
Okay.
Which means she approaches
Okay.
cooking as a science. She even develops advanced mecha to use
Makes
in her
sense
cooking
now. Her
process.
ladle is
Wow,
ice
that's
too.
some
That's pretty.
dedication to her
That's a
craft.
nice little
Of
like
course,
detail.
in
I
Escoffier's
kind of dig
kitchen,
that.
no dish is ready to be served until it has her stamp of approval. And when she likes something, she gets completely lost in the flavors. It looks almost like she's in
That's kind of
heaven.
adorable.
That sounds incredible, but what
We
if
got a
she
Food
doesn't
Wars
like
character
Oh, then,
basically.
she'd probably say something like,
You thought cream of mushroom soup was ready to serve after 3.5 minutes on the stove. You'd have had more sense serving hot water with ice cubes. At least then you wouldn't have wasted all this perfectly good cream and mushroom.
Wow. Intense.
I
So
promise
she's like
Escoffier
Gordon
is
Ramsay.
actually very well mannered most of the time. But
She's
when it
like
comes to
Gordon
food,
Ramsay
she couldn't be
meets
more
Food
strict.
Wars. Okay.
It's all for good reason, though. Escoffier believes her mission as a chef is to make haute cuisine accessible
Honestly,
to all.
like outside of the
So
tail
she's not
thing,
just
like
strict on other
I'm not gonna
people,
lie, she looks
demands
pretty basic.
perfection from herself too, because that's the only way
I'm
to
not
make a
gonna
dream a
lie.
reality.
Oh,
Okay.
is that why she develops all those cooking mecha?
That's right. With their help, even people who are short on time or cooking skills can be capable of making a good meal.
Ha, okay. That feels like a personal call out. But seriously though, I'm telling you, I could use something exactly like that.
Same here.
Why is she kind of giving
Emily,
like
you
Seat
said
Lolly
Escoffier
vibes,
used
like
to be
personality?
the
She
head
might
chef
be.
at the
She might be
hotel
like a
before.
Seat Lolly
Does that
personality.
mean she doesn't work there anymore?
Yeah, that's right. She even had to spend time in the Fortress of Meripede.
The
If she
Fortress
does-
of Meripede?
Wait, oh, she got
What happened?
arrested? She's got a
We
record?
Can't divulge the details right now, but all will be revealed in Escoffier's story.
Damn,
quest.
she's got a
Treasured
record, dude.
above
She's like
all.
Martha
So be sure
Stewart.
to check it out if you're interested, travelers. You'll also be rewarded with extra Ascension materials for Escoffier.
Yay.
Oh, and travelers will get to take part in a one-of-a-kind culinary showdown in this quest. Not only will travelers get to experience Escoffier's mentorship firsthand, but special guests will also make an appearance.
Special guest, nice. Huh. Okay, I see blubber beasts and romaritime flowers. Wait, do we have to cook 4 blubber beasts using romaritime flowers?
Yep.
That's not much to work with.
All I can say is trust in Escoffier. She can work wonders.
Oh,
Yeah, she's cute.
I'm
Nothing. Yeah,
definitely a
exactly.
believer.
She's a cute character.
Okay,
but nothing
so
crazy.
We know what she can do in the kitchen, but what about on the battlefield?
Right, let's get into it. Escoffier wields a cryovision and is a powerful addition to freeze-focused teams, which brings
yeah.
us to one of her talents.
So that's
When
confirmed. She is.
Escoffier's
She is
elemental
going to
skill
be.
or elemental burst hits an enemy, she can reduce their resistance to hydro and cryo damage.
So freeze
The more
teams are getting a
hydro
buff.
and cryo
That's
characters
good.
in the party, the greater the reduction.
Okay. So it looks like the enemies here aren't actually frozen, but the resistance reduction still takes effect.
Yeah, that's really important. As long as her elemental skill or burst hits an enemy, the reduction takes effect. The enemy
Okay.
doesn't need to be frozen. That means the talent works on bosses and other unfreezable
Oh yeah, I
enemies.
forgot
Wow,
that the
so
bosses don't
it seems
actually
like
get
any
frozen.
character
Yeah,
that
I
deals
forgot about
hydro
that.
or
For
cryo
some reason,
damage
like I
can
freaked the
benefit
fuck
from
out
that
for that.
talent.
I was like, huh.
I can definitely see her being a powerful support in
It almost
freeze
makes me
teams.
see. It makes it
But
seem like Skirk's gonna
Escoffier's
come
not
out
just a support.
as
She
in the
can
next
dish
update.
out damage as well. With an
That's my
actual
feelings
dish.
on it.
No way.
Yeah, and when Escoffier unleashes her elemental skill, she summons a cooking mech to the field that follows the active character and periodically fires
Oh,
projectiles
okay.
at
So
nearby
it's gonna be
enemies,
off-field,
dealing cryo
off-field
damage.
buffer, basically.
So with her ability
Off-field
to shred
freeze
resistance,
buffer.
she basically buffs her own damage. In addition, her elemental burst restores HP to the entire party.
And she heals,
Incredible.
bro.
Okay,
She's actually
so
kind
she
of
can buff the
goated.
party, dish out damage, and heal. Wow.
Bro,
Sounds
she's
like
actually
pretty
kind.
versatile.
Yeah, she's kind of
and
goaded.
Thanks to a different talent, she has another ability that really showcases her skills as a chef.
Bro, what? Okay.
If you hold her elemental skill, the cooking mech she summons can absorb elemental energy and convert it into a delicious dish.
Whoa, I've never seen a talent like that before.
You're
Okay,
joking.
So you don't even have to prepare the ingredients yourself? Bro, that's awesome.
Yeah, and plus she can produce several kinds of dishes this way.
Well, that will be so fun to check out in game.
Totally. So take note of this next
You're
piece of
out
news,
of your
travelers.
freaking
In the first
mind.
half of version 5.6, we'll have event wishes for Escoffier and Navia.
Navia
A new
rerun, okay.
5-star polearm, Symphonist of Sense, will be featured on the weapon banner.
Bro.
Our new 4-star character Aoife will also enjoy a drop rate boost on the first half.
Okay, so
banners.
Aoife's part of phase one.
No way,
Good.
bro.
Players who are
I think
gonna
that's my
players
line,
will
but I
get
couldn't
2
have
new
said it better
characters
myself.
in the first banner. I think Prismatic Transformer
And another bit
2.0
of really
basically,
exciting
dude.
news is that travelers will get to spend more time with these two in the new version.
Wait, who are you talking about?
Okay, take a look at this clip and you'll see.
All eyes are on me.
What is it?
Lowly servants, behold the almighty Dragon Lord's magnificence. The heck are you on about?
What the fuck was that laugh?
Does no one have the autograph of the almighty Dragon Lord? Kahula how? Oh wow! No way, bro. What? You little... Oh dear! Oh dear! Do you even hear yourself, bro?
What the heck is going on?
How dare you? You insolent, contemptuous... Huh? What are you on about? No way, bro. Huh?
No way, bro.
Seriously? Seriously? Do you
What even is it?
hear yourself, bro? Darn it. Oh, wow. No way, bro. Do you even hear yourself, bro? You're hopeless. The almighty Dragon Lord, Kahulao! His wisdom is wasted on you. No way, bro. See you later. Huh?
No way, bro.
Oh, you meant Kakuku and a How. Wow, I feel like those two could argue forever.
Dude, you don't know the half of it.
Hang in there, bro.
You too, huh? Man, this
I'm
bro
so
thing is
confused.
really taking off.
I am
well,
so confused by all this.
Cuckoo is just that infectious.
So we only got phase 1
So,
banners?
Travelers met Aoife in the previous version, but since we now have the chance to add him to our parties, want to give us a formal introduction, Johnny?
I thought you never asked, Jane. Absolutely. As
So they're
most
only-
of you
are-
probably know,
where's phase
Aoife
2?
is a Saurian vet from the Flower Feather Clan.
Mm-hmm.
In that land, humans and Saurians live and fight side by side.
Call me
Saurians
bro
get
one more
sick
time
and
is going to
hurt
be
just like
fried
everyone
chicken
else.
served on
So
rice.
Saurian vets do
Hell
a
yeah,
very
dude. That
important
sounds
job in
good,
that
though.
land.
Okay.
And Aoife
Sucks I can't have fried
is a
chicken
really good
or
one.
rice.
In fact, you've probably heard of some of his accomplishments already. Like how he saved Kakuku's life, and now, of course, Kakuku works as his trusty assistant.
Yeah, Aoife is practically a miracle worker. I heard a How got sick one time, so Kaniche took him to Aoife for treatment, and what do you know? A How was better in like 2 seconds. Imagine that.
Phase
Sounds
2?
like Aoife
Dude, that's what I'm
really knows
wondering.
his
Are they
stuff.
going to run a
I
phase
wonder
2
if he can
banner?
treat all kinds of dragons.
They did
Like,
say
even
phase
ones
1,
with
so there
an
should be a
ancient-
phase 2, but they're doing things a little bit different.
Yes, in theory.
Maybe it's to keep me
yeah,
on my
I don't
toes.
see why
Maybe
not.
they're like, man,
Plus, if it was an emergency,
We're gonna mess
Kakuku
with
could
him.
help him get there in no time.
I mean, I heard the Flower Feather clan is known for riding kukasaurs. But this is less riding and more dangling, isn't it?
Hey, this is a Kakuku appreciation zone only, all right? But seriously, just wait until you see him sprint. He spreads out those huge wings, and it's super awesome. Oh, and while we're on the subject, if there are any travelers who haven't done the part of the Ochkanatlan World Quest where you chase down the evil dragon, try it out with Aoife. It'll be a completely different kind of flying experience.
Yeah,
Wow.
I see that.
Kaniche and Raiden.
Although
Right,
it looks
but they
more
might
like
happen.
Aoife is chasing down a patient for a checkup.
Yeah. So, okay, what else can Eva do in combat?
Yeah, let's hear what
Aoife is
Eva's
an
going to be a
animal vision
healer.
user
It's
with
got to
a lot
be.
of tricks up his sleeve. For example, when faced with aggressive enemies, Aoife can unleash his elemental burst and fire a therapeutic sedative, creating a wind current that pulls in. and
Okay, so
restricts
he's going to have a lot
yeah,
like
of course, as Aoife's good bro, Kakuku
Chaska.
also helps him out in combat. With Aoife's elemental
that
skill,
kind of ability.
Kakuku lifts him into the air, giving him an aerial advantage in combat. And while in this state,
Yep, he
Aoife
heals.
can continuously
Okay.
fire tonic shots, which deal animo damage upon impact and restore HP to the entire party.
Oh, nice. So, what kind of team comps work best with Aoife?
Well, to answer that, we should introduce one of his talents first. When Aoife is in the Night Soul's blessing state, he can use his Field Medic's vision to increase swirl and electrocharge damage based on the total amount of Night Soul points across the entire party.
Okay, so he works well with characters that can trigger swirl and electro.
Okay, so another character that only works
And
with other
characters that
Natland
can generate
characters,
Night
really.
Soul points.
And Electro
He
characters.
seems like a really flexible unit.
Yeah, he is. Plus, in areas with Natland's phlogiston mechanics, if your current active character or indwelled Saurian's HP drops below a certain percent, Aoife
Oh.
can consume his own phlogiston to heal them.
Nice.
That's pretty cool.
Putting those medical skills to use.
That's pretty cool.
His kit seems really intuitive, and he helps with exploration. I feel like exploring the sacred volcano will be a lot easier with Kakuku to dangle from.
What can I say? He is a helpful little guy. Now, moving on to our next bit of news, a new boss is coming in version 5.6, the Secret Source Automaton
Just a
Overseer
regular
device.
boss, okay.
Travelers will need to defeat it to obtain ascension materials
Because
for
we got Kaniche and
escoffier.
Raiden in 5.0 second
I
phase. They
feel like
wouldn't do
we've
it again
faced
with it.
something
That
like
would be
this
funny
before.
if
That's
they did
because
the same
this
banners.
boss has the same origins as the Secret Source Automaton configuration device from version 5.1. Both are pieces of ancient dragon technology.
They almost seem like two parts of one terrifying monster.
Okay, Jane, let's, this is where we should wrap this part up, I think, because travelers can search for their own answers to this in-game. Now, let's kick off the event portion.
What?
Oh, wow. There are Natland characters
Where's
in
phase
Fontaine?
2?
Is it because of a festival or something?
Not a festival.
We're getting a
amusement
free-to-play
park
bow,
organized
but
by
where's
Navia
phase
and the
2
Speedy
banners?
Rasula.
Ooh.
Auroron and Aoife are
Am I
there to
crazy?
deliver
Did I
Natland
miss the phase
produce
2
for the event.
banners?
But it's not all veggies and good times, unfortunately. Against the backdrop of the festivities, a smuggling case is uncovered, leading Kaniche and Risley to cross paths.
A Saurian hunter and a prison warden. Sounds like a fun pairing.
Yeah, right?
I do
actually have a
think
few
that bow's
sneak
gonna be
peeks to
pretty
share,
cool.
so let's take a look.
Weird. Why is a How cowering behind Kaniche? I would have thought he was too proud for that. Oh, wait. It must be because of Fontaine's ban on flying objects.
Ah.
Exactly. Ahau and Kakuku made the journey all the way to Fontaine and happened to arrive just in time for the ban.
Ugh.
Ahau was able to hide, but Kakuku got scared and flew straight into the Palais Mermonia. Auroron thinks Kakuku will manage to send all of the important documents in the Palais flying around the building.
Oh no.
It's
That can't end
Nervilette.
well.
My boy
What about
Nuvilette.
Aoife? Isn't he going to come to Kakuku's rescue?
Isn't
Don't
he
worry,
going to
with
come?
Nerva Legend Wisely there, Kakuku's in good hands. Plus, he might even learn a new phrase or two. Hey, check it out. Risley managed to teach him one. Anyone want to guess what it is?
Oh, I don't really know what it could be. I guess we're just gonna have to wait and see. Anyway, I wanted to point out there are 2 dragons in this picture. So, does that mean Nervalet could, like, interpret for Kakuku? You know, dragon to dragon. Oh, I can't wait to
Highly
see how
possible.
their interactions go.
Honestly, I can't even picture it, but I just know it's gonna be hilarious.
Yeah, there's nothing we can say that beats the real thing. So, if you're interested, be sure to check out all the shenanigans in-game. And trust me, there are a lot of them. Always makes me laugh. Now, on to the actual amusement park. Let me give you some background.
There's an amusement
It's called
park.
the Cheval Moran Film Fantasyland, and it's the brainchild of a well-known engineer and film buff with the Spina di Rasula in charge of the financing, construction, and general
That's not
operations.
Kinich.
Oh, Lapine Pauline is back. Didn't she almost go bankrupt after basing her research on that fake story? I hope her investment pays off this time.
Well, if the traveler agrees to come on board, Lapine Pauline might be in a better position.
Come on board? Why are my fraud alarm bells ringing?
I'm still like-
It's not like that.
Yeah, the red
If you
cuckoo
don't
is a
trust
dragon,
Lapine
apparently.
Pauline, yeah.
But, like,
okay.
I'm still
Her
wondering,
track record
like,
isn't great, but at least
where's our
trust
phase
Cheval
2?
Moran and the Spina di Rasula.
If you say so.
And how do we make sure we don't run it into the ground?
Well, if the traveler agrees to come on board, Lapine Pauline might be in a better position.
Wait, so this is a management sim? Okay, tell me everything.
You got it, bro. Travelers will be in
I thought he
charge
was a
of
bird. No, he a
operations,
dragon,
like upgrading
apparently.
The facilities, expanding the park, and managing the staff.
Oh,
During each
I think
business
didn't
cycle,
we have something
travelers
like
will
this
need
like
to
in
allocate their
Mondstadt
precious
at one
funds
point?
and action points to the most
Yeah, we had
important
something like
tasks
this.
based on their management needs.
And plus, Navia recruited Master Chef Escoffier to run the park's theme restaurant.
Woo!
The dishes she creates can give you unique management buffs, so don't miss out.
Absolutely. You can also increase your revenue by adding different kinds of attractions. For example, in Eclectic Escapades, visitors can experience unforgettable adventures where they fly through the air or dash underwater at high speeds.
Wow.
Or there's movie masterpieces where you have to use special abilities to reach the end of the stage and seize the treasure. Before launching these attractions,
Okay.
travelers will need to try them out and create a standardized strategy guide for each one so that visitors understand how to get the most out of the experience.
Yeah.
Oh, and travelers can also add an attraction called Mellow Manor, where
Oh.
they can create a cozy retreat for different animals
Really, it's
to draw
just
in visitors
Tetris.
and increase revenue.
And travelers can also recruit some familiar faces to help run the park.
It's
Among the
it's
recruits
literally
are
Tetris
Fontanian
but less
companions
stressful.
and friends from other nations too.
Yeah, that's right. By completing friendly encounters, travelers can learn useful management techniques from their companions. Eventually, these companions will become fixtures at the park and provide even more management support. So, long story short, don't
That's
worry
going to
too
be
much.
great.
You don't have
I'm
to go
still a
it
little
alone.
skeptical. I
Okay.
think like
Yeah,
the events
that
are
doesn't
all
sound
right
too
so
bad.
far.
And plus, once you get down to business, you'll be rewarded for your efforts.
I gotta see what's coming in
do
the second half.
tell.
Oh, I will. Reach a certain point in the operations and you'll be able to claim all sorts of rewards, including Primo Gems and a new 4-star bow, Sequence of Solitude.
That bow
Awesome.
does look kind of
More
cool.
Primo Gems to save for your next pull. Which reminds me, we still haven't finished announcing the event wishes.
You
have
haven't. There we go.
Oh, right, yeah.
Get
Sorry to keep you in
right
suspense,
in
travelers.
what?
In the second half of
Oh
version 5.6,
my
we'll have
God,
returning event wishes for
no.
Kaniche and the Raiden Shogun.
Nice.
Wow.
Plus, the Chronicled Wish banner will be returning in version 5.6. I know a lot of travelers have been waiting
Chronicled
for that,
Wish
so check it out if you're
Inazuma.
interested.
Yeah, you
For
have to.
real?
And
For
best of
real.
luck on your
Okay
polls.
then.
All right. That was a
Good on-
lot
good
of
for
info,
everybody that didn't
so
get any
let's
of
take our
the-
first break. Here's the second redemption code,
Any of
travelers.
these characters from Inazuma, that's still pretty good. Damn. All right. So, banners look a little familiar. At least in my opinion, right? Now, overall, I don't think the banners are bad. It's just, to me, like, I'm not seeing anything, like, insane, right? There's nothing right now that's screaming, like, holy crap, you know what I mean? But I will say that it looks okay. It's another filler patch, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I tell people all the time, like, filler patches are perfectly fine. I don't think that there's anything wrong with a filler patch. It really just depends on what you're going to do with that filler patch. There goes my savings. No, I'm crying so hard. Oh, man. But Chronicled Wish is coming back for Inazuma. That's pretty crazy. That is pretty crazy. I didn't think that they were going to do it so quick. Oh, here we go.
The Windbloom Festival, once a celebration of flowers, now shrouded in unease.
Bro, that actually is pretty cool that they're going to have everyone turn up. Hydro. Dahlia
Why is
Hydro.
Albedo on trial? Who is the young man in the courtroom? And is he friend?
Oh, I saw Sucrose and Rosaria.
What tidings does the Dodo communication device bring this time? The answers to these
Oh.
questions and more in the version 5.6 Archon Quest.
So it's an Archon quest. Okay.
Nice voice.
Nice.
Ah, shucks, thanks.
So, we finally make it back to Mondstadt, and Albedo's on trial. I know, I don't even know what to think.
Kazuha's great.
Something tells me
Kokomi's
there's more
great.
to this situation
So,
than meets
to
the eye.
Pyro in the
Well,
chat, yeah,
I've
you're
put together
cooked,
some
bro.
information
You're
about the
cooked,
case.
man.
Let's go through it and see if we can uncover some new clues. So, here's the deal. Albedo's been accused of murder and unlawful disposal of human remains.
I wonder who he
And
murdered,
the
though.
case is being tried in secret. The logistics captain of the Knights of Favonius,
Hey, there's
Persia,
Eula.
seems to have compelling evidence against Albedo. So, the situation is serious.
I'm sure Hertha is just trying to do her job and uncover the truth. But there has to be some kind of misunderstanding here.
Well, in court, the evidence does the talking. Travelers will
Yeah.
have access to Albedo's office on the second floor of headquarters to do their own investigation into the case and hopefully track down some clues.
So I saw Jean, Kaya, and Eula in the courtroom, all members of the Knights of Favonius, which makes sense. But it looked like someone from the church was also there.
Oh, that's Dahlia. He's the
Oh,
deacon
so-
of the Church of Favonius. So
So
he
it is
works with
confirmed
Barbara,
Dahlia.
Rosaria, and the other members of the clergy. Dahlia acts
Was
as the
Dahlia
herald
in
of
that
Barbados,
preview
which is interesting
screenshot that they
because
did a
he's
while
also
back?
friends with Venti.
Yeah, very interesting. He sounds like a very important figure then.
What if
Well,
Dahlia
speaking
knows
of
that Venti is
Venti,
actually
The
Barbados?
Dodo communication device is back in this quest. At some point, Venti needs it to get in touch with Alice. But on the first attempt,
Alice
the
mentioned?
line connects to Grandmaster Varka instead.
Oh,
It's
wait,
not
are
Alice who tried
Varka
getting
and
Alice to
Alice, you know,
Whoa, hold on.
Varka and
just
Alice
dropped
are an
two
item.
major
They'd be,
names.
they'd be
Varka has
fucking-
been on an expedition for a long time. Sounds like we finally get to hear how he's doing. As for Alice, we know she's the mother of the most adorable Klee and an elder of the Hexen Circle. But I wonder
I
why
need
Venti
Alice
needs
to sit
get
on my
in touch
face.
with her. Wait, could it be because of the monsters in the city?
Oh, you know what?
Does he become a
In
bad guy
Amber's
before the
anthology
trial?
chapter,
No,
she
there's-
did say
there's
the
two
number of
Albedos.
monsters around Mondstadt has been
There's two Albedos.
skyrocketing lately.
Right? And now
Spoiler
there are even
alert.
more monsters in the
Wink.
city. So maybe Venti
Yep,
is
Alice
reaching
is
out to
Klee's
Alice
mom.
for help.
I think you two are onto
Varka's
something.
her stepdad,
If
apparently.
we take a look at this map, we can see that a lot of our old friends have joined in on the fight to defend Mondstadt.
Wow, this is kind of emotional.
Oh, wait, do we
Mondstadt
actually
was
get to
only
play as the other
everything.
dude,
It's a
okay,
place
that's
where
actually
travelers
kind
met
of
their
very...
first companions and embarked on this
To
whole
me,
journey.
that's really cool if they
Now
make you
it's
play the other
crisis.
characters because that's immersive.
Hopefully travelers can do something to stop it.
Oh, they can, but it won't be an easy road. Alice can offer something to
The
help,
game before
but
the game. New
travelers
boss.
will need to pass a trial first.
Is this a weekly
and
boss?
defeat the king and queen on the chessboard.
Anything to defend Mondstadt. I'm sure travelers aren't scared of a little trial.
Okay. Then let's take a look at what awaits them.
Is this a weekly boss? That'd be sick. This seems like it's a weekly boss. So it's a hydro and electro boss. Yeah, no, this is a weekly boss. This is absolutely a weekly boss. With two different. Oh yeah, this is a weekly boss. That's pretty cool. I actually like that design. I've always liked that design from Alice in Wonderland. So to me, I'm like, yeah.
Alice will preside over the first phase of the trial. The trial
I want you, Dee
takes
Alley,
place on a
reacting.
chessboard,
She's an
but the
Ayata
rules
main.
of
Oh,
chess
she's gonna be
don't
happy for that then.
exactly apply. Look closely and you'll notice some of the pieces on the board can harm the king. Travelers can use that to their advantage to create an opening and dish out damage.
That's pretty sick.
But in the second phase, there are no chess pieces to use. Travelers will need to rely on their own strength to
So
emerge
it looks
victorious.
like the queen is
It
hydro
looks like there's a
pyro
different
or
Dodo
hydro
presiding over
electro,
the second
and the king
phase.
is pyro.
One wearing a blue hat. Is that a different mage from the Hexen Circle?
Ooh, I wonder which one.
Well, travelers will have to uncover that for themselves. As for the second phase of the trial, let me offer a quick piece of advice. The boss has some extremely powerful attacks.
Wow, trigger
but
frozen?
Freeze reactions can help you create an opening.
It's almost as if
Maybe
it's
jot
perfect
that one
for
down for later,
It's
travelers. So we know there's murder,
Escoffier.
an attack on Mondstadt, a Hexen Circle trial, but we have no idea how all of this is connected. Seems like there's a lot for travelers to uncover. You know, if you think about it, first Natlan had a crisis with the ley lines that almost ended in death. Then a similar crisis happened in Liyue, and now Mondstadt is in danger. I can't help but wonder if this is all some kind of terrible omen.
Yep, I would think it is.
But look on the bright side. It's another chance for answers. Maybe we'll uncover new clues about forces we've encountered before, or what we can expect on the road ahead.
Or maybe we'll even get one step closer to the truth of Teyvat.
Yeah, and then travelers can give us all the answers.
Yeah, I think we're gonna leave all that hard work to you guys.
All right, okay, well, let's lighten things up and dive into the remaining version 5.6 events.
Yes.
First up on the docket
Alrighty.
is an event that
Operation
brings us back to
Downpour
Fontaine,
Simulation.
where travelers can test out their tactical brilliance in the new wargame.
I think the
Operation
second phase
Downpour
story is
Simulation.
going to be the best of the
Ooh,
stories, to be
nice.
quite honest.
Oh,
I think
I
second
know.
phase story is
This
going to be really
wargame
good.
comes with all new offensive and defensive gameplay. The key to success is really understanding your game pieces.
Okay, what do you mean?
Well, for example, is it a melee or ranged attack piece? Can it quickly break through obstacles or maybe even bypass them entirely? Once you feel like you know what you're doing, you can test out your skills in co-op. The actual gameplay is pretty simple. What this event really tests is strategy. For example, when adjusting your defensive lineup, you can even set traps for your opponent.
I see a button called Defensive Simulation. Looks like we can use it to test out our strategies?
That's right. And once you set the defensive and offensive lineup that works best for you, the battle is ready to begin.
Yeah.
And that's when you
while
can battle
your opponent
others,
tries to break
okay.
through your defenses, your job is to use your chosen offensive
I'm not playing
lineup to
PvP on this.
outmaneuver their
I think this would
strategy.
make me toxic.
The side that breaks the opposing formation first, or makes greater progress within the time limit, wins.
Wow.
Okay, so
I
it
feel like I
sounds
would get
it all
hella
comes down to
toxic doing
strategy.
PvP.
All right, so get tactical, travelers.
Now, if that last event was mostly about brain power, this next one is all about firepower.
Let's go.
Okay, let's take a look at the gameplay.
Oh, look, there's Seat Lolly.
Think this is a simple battle for coins? Ha, well,
This one
think
I would be
again.
okay with.
Players will have the opportunity to indwell Saurians at certain points. Use their abilities to your advantage.
That's
and
okay.
You might be able to turn the tides in your favor.
This looks so
I
fun.
would
You could just
fuck
stay
with
in
so many of my
Saurian form
friends
the whole
on this
time
one.
and blast all the other players away.
Oh, if only. The Saurian form only lasts so long. But even in human form, you'll have Natlan character skills at your disposal. So the goal is to collect as many coins as possible to secure victory.
Nice, bro. So,
Chronicle
this
of
next event is
Shifting
called
Stratagems.
Chronicle of Shifting Stratagems. I'm sure at this point in their journey, travelers have gained their fair share of companions and have tested out their skills in a variety of different situations. But maybe there's a character you want to learn more about, like escoffier, for example. Let's say you want to test out her potential in different team comps.
Do we get a
Then
training thing?
I highly recommend trying out this event.
Chronicle of Shifting Stratagems gives travelers the opportunity to study and test out different team compositions.
There we
The
go.
event is divided into different levels of difficulty, and there are also challenge buffs to take advantage of, so make sure to take that into account when forming your teams.
Oh, but it looks like you only get 2 different trial
Travelers can
characters.
also take a look at the challenge record and see how their friends approached each challenge. Could provide some food for thought.
I wish they would have made all
Sounds like
characters
the
a trial
perfect
character in
excuse
that.
to do
Then that
some
would have been really cool.
experimentation and think outside the box.
Indeed.
Oh
Alright,
God,
Moving on
no.
to some Genius Invocation TCG updates.
No.
First, a new card skin will be added to the card shop.
I am
so check it out
so
if you're
glad I
interested.
stopped playing.
Travelers can also look forward to new character and action
That
cards
Shalom
added
card's
to
really
regular
hot
mode.
though.
Nice. More food for the card sharks.
There are also some major updates to automatic artistry.
So in addition to the character and action card updates, the elemental reaction effects are different.
Yeah, and during the match, there's now a card refresh option as well as mechanisms for character enhancement and replacement, so the gameplay should be even more engaging. Travelers might even be able to come up with some new strategies and surprise their opponents with unexpected moves.
That's right. And finally, the ley line
Leyline
overflow event is returning in version 5.6.
Let's
So don't miss out.
We
go.
won't, and let's take our last break. When we return, we'll talk system optimizations and a cool collab.
The
See you
lab,
on the other
a
side,
cool
travelers.
collab. Wait, huh? Huh? Did I wait? Why did they say cool collab? Or is it just gonna be another food collab? All right, so patch number 2, or not patch. Phase 2 looks like it's gonna be actually pretty good. I'm actually gonna dig a little bit of that story if they follow suit with what I think they're going to do, and that is with the playing of different characters. And what I mean by that is if the story makes you play the other characters to be a part of it, I think that that is a good addition and it makes it more immersive. And you actually have to know how to play those characters. For me, I played basically every single character in this game. I know how all of them pretty much work. So, yeah, you know, because I have no life when it comes to this game, even though I'm not happy with it sometimes. But overall, this update so far looks okay. Phase 2 looks better than Phase 1, but Phase 1 has the banners, so.
Welcome back,
System
travelers.
optimizations.
Welcome
Let's take a look.
Welcome. Let's jump right into system optimizations. Some travelers provided feedback that the brilliant blessing enhancement process in the Imaginarium Theatre was a bit confusing, which made it difficult to level up strategically and optimize character turn order. So, in the version 5.6 update,
Okay.
the dev team has made the
This makes it a
brilliant
little bit
blessing
easier to
details
understand.
page
The
a lot more
dev notes
intuitive,
kind of confused me
which
about
should
it.
make it easier for travelers to make strategic level up decisions.
Nice.
Yeah,
Good
and
stuff.
in addition, rewards will be available for completing the star challenges in the new season of the Imaginarium Theater that begins on June 1st.
You know what would be nice? A restart button after the final act. As it stands right now,
Why would you
finishing
want
the
a
final
restart
act
button?
takes you directly to the credits, right?
Why would you want to restart?
What
button?
if you just missed that last star challenge?
Oh,
That would be such a bummer.
Yeah, the dev team has received that feedback as well, so a restart button is also being
Oh,
added to the new
gotcha.
update.
Oh, nice.
Let's go.
That makes
should make
sense.
it
That
easier
actually
to
makes
get full
sense.
stars. All right, so this next update addresses another common problem. Travelers have probably noticed that when you go to raise a character's skills, the skill descriptions can be pretty long and dense.
they are very long.
I mean,
will
it's
say that.
understandable.
This
It's
actually
important for
was one of the
travelers to
better
have
ones,
all
I
the
think,
details.
of being able to shorten
But
it
it's
and give
also
definitions
easy to get
of
bogged
everything.
down in the weeds, so this is something the dev team has been working on. Starting in version 5.6, the descriptions on the talent and constellation pages for new characters will be optimized to be more concise, so it's easier for travelers to grasp the core information. Of
Yep.
course, travelers who prefer to dive into all the details can always expand the content for a more comprehensive description.
Nice. Sorting through all
This
the information.
next one
should
is
be a lot
probably the
faster
best
now.
one in my personal
Totally.
opinion.
Our
This is
next
personally,
optimization
for
is
me,
the
the
treasure
best one.
curse. Travelers provided feedback that while attempting to complete Natlan's warrior challenges, it was difficult to locate where to pick up the quest.
Not just that,
So
but
after the version 5.6 update, the treasure compass can now track those locations.
Woo!
Yeah, they can. Warrior challenges are important because that's how you get obsidian fragments, which you can use to unlock tribal secret spaces, right? It would be nice if the treasure compass could track those too.
It can! And once your exploration progress is high enough, the treasure compass will be able to pinpoint the location of tribal secret spaces as well. Similarly, at a high enough exploration progress, more chests from various nations can also be located using the treasure compass.
Oh, nice. That
stuff
should
that
really
actually
help
will help
travelers
out,
that are
yep.
stuck at 99% exploration progress.
yep.
Map pins have also been optimized. Starting in version 5.6, travelers can now delete custom pins in batches.
Ooh, that should make it a lot easier to start fresh if you're someone who
It will
really
clean
likes
it
to
up.
go ham with the markers.
I was marking.
Well, that wraps up
sections.
our system optimizations. So now it's time for some out-of-game news.
That's right. First, we have some exciting collaboration news to share. Genshin Impact is partnering with the global beauty brand Charlotte Tilbury to launch 2 limited edition sets.
Wow.
So, let's watch the preview trailer. for
I
the
know
collaboration.
that JMO wants the Mona merch. Why is this such a big deal? Like, can you actually do a collab inside your game? Like, this is the one thing I get upset with them, is like, they do collabs outside of the game. They never do a collab inside the freaking game. Like, do a collab inside the game. I don't care about this. Why do we need to see a trailer for something that most of us are not going to get? Most of us are not going to buy this. I'm sorry. I'll be the dick about this. Does anybody who watches this video, does anybody actually care about this?
But I have even more news. In addition, Genshin Impact's third Natlan OST album, Radiance of Flame, is coming
I care more
soon.
about this right here than that,
The
and that's
album
not by
contains
much.
various tracks composed by the Hoyo Mix team for the Collective of Plenty and other regions. So
We did
stay
get one
tuned
inside
for
the game.
drop.
I do not count
It's
Aloy.
gonna be amazing.
I do not count
the
it.
music's gonna be so cool.
So
You know it.
beautiful.
Aloy does not count. She's terrible.
Okay, let me check my scroll here. Yeah, that's all the information I have about version 5.6.
Yeah, me too. What about you, Jane?
I am just so excited to uncover more about the Albedo trial mystery and to defeat the new boss on the chessboard.
And I can't wait for you all to meet Escoffier. It's been so much fun working on her, and I just think you're gonna love her.
And to follow that up, Aoife is finally playable, and of course, he's gonna have Kukuku right by his side.
All right.
But the mini games are always
So this live stream
fun
was
and
okay.
creative. Oh, just can't
Absolutely.
wait.
Well,
I'm happier
that's
with
it
this
for the
live stream than I was
version 5.6
Honkai
special
Star Rail's
program.
live stream.
A new adventure awaits. I hope it brings with it new friendships, new answers, and a whole lot of fun. Well, and with that, all there's left to say is, see you in game, travelers. Bye.
Bye.
See ya.
All right. Oh, it faded way too quick. Yep. Song of the Welkin Moon. Stay tuned on April 30th. So it looks like we're getting a little droppage of Welkin Moon stuff. Hey, yo. Okay, then. All right. So it looks like we're getting some stuff with that. I think that's it. I'm going to assume that's it. So, gamers, this live stream was not bad. Like, I know that people are going to be like, you should be way more positive about it. I think it's good. I think that there's some really good stuff coming. The fact that phase 1, you're going to have a chance at Aoife being a part of the banner for Escoffier makes a lot of sense. It makes it a lot easier. I hate whenever they do the phase 1 is this new character and then phase 2 is the 4-star character. So I think that that's a really, really good idea. I think that that was honestly a good idea. The events look okay. Like, they don't look terrible. I don't think there's one that's like super terrible. Like, there's no like camera event that's like horrible or anything like that. It seems to be giving a lot of primo gems. I do like that they showed how many primo gems each of those events are going to be giving during the, I think it was the 2nd or 3rd code. So that was pretty neat that they did that. New bosses look cool. New weekly boss I think is going to be probably my favorite, outside of fighting Arlecchino, because Arlecchino's hot. And yeah, I think overall the patch is okay. Again, I know that people will like correct me on this, but there should have been a collab announced for in-game instead of outside of the game, especially when it's only going to be in the UK. And really, I don't think a lot of people are going to care about a perfume for Mona outside of my boy JMO. I'm sure JMO's very excited. I'm probably going to have like 7 messages later like, Tystra, how dare you? But yeah, I think that overall this patch looks okay for a filler patch. We're going to see some stuff for Nodcry. I'm pretty excited to see what that's going to be all about. Oh yeah, and we're getting Inazuma Chronicle Wish. I forgot about that. So, but I already have all those Inazuma characters. So, I don't know. Let me know in the comments what you think about the 5.6 special live stream. What are you most excited for? What are some of the things that you wish could have been a part of this patch? And yeah, we will be doing a reaction to the Blessing of the Welkin Moon stuff that's going to be coming on the 30th. So, stay tuned for that. Excuse me, Jesus, I'm dying. Anyways, if you like the content, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button down below. Don't forget to check out Gamer Subs. Use code Tyson for 10% off. And as always, we will catch you in that next video. Please take care and be safe.